What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Dougie Fresh, and I am excited today because this is a video I am excited to make. This is about one of my favorite animes, my personal favorites. I don't care if you don't think it's good or if you've never watched it, but this is about Hitman Reborn, aka Katekyo Hitman Reborn, whatever you want to call it, or you can just call it Reborn, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Not enough people talk about this anime. There's a few videos on YouTube you can find about it, but I'm glad you picked this one because this video right here is to just talk about the anime a little bit, not giving too much details. I mostly just want to talk about the characters and the power system and just try and generate some interest in the series. Now, I want to make another video where I want to summarize, I think it's technically like season 1. Real anime fans know we don't go by seasons. It's like the first 33 episodes of Hitman Reborn, and I know that sounds wild, but those first 33 episodes I feel like would really keep people from getting into the series. And I don't blame you because those are really slow episodes, and usually I don't advocate for skipping. But if you just watch your boy Dougie Fresh, I'll summarize everything you need to know in those 33 episodes so you can get to what the anime is really about and get to the good stuff. So be on the lookout for that video. Anyways, watch the video, then drop a like, drop a dislike, leave a comment, subscribe. Just let me know how you feel overall. And let's just get into it, man. So Katekyo Hitman Reborn, aka Hitman Reborn, aka Reborn, is a former weekly Shonen Jump series that ran from May 31st, 2004 and ended in 2012. The anime, which is what we're going to be talking about today, we're not going to be talking about the manga. I might make another video on that. The anime aired from October 2006 to September 2010. Obviously, the anime did not go to the manga's ending because the manga ended in 2012, the anime ended in 2010. You can put that together. The anime, even though it doesn't have the manga's ending, it still had a pretty satisfying ending in my opinion, because the arc, the final arc of the anime, I feel like that was a really good spot to leave it off on. So from what I remember, because I'm just really going off memory, I'm watching that last arc right now just because I'm more interested in the series and want to talk about it again. Watching that last arc, but from what I remember, I wasn't disappointed with the ending. So why am I making this video? Hitman Reborn has a very special place in my heart. I don't know why I love it so much, but it just does. Like, I don't care what nobody says about it. I don't care if they say it's trash or whatever. That's just in general. Like with One Piece, I don't care if someone says One Piece is trash. One Piece is my shit. Same way with Hitman Reborn. Not on the same exact level, but I love the series, man. It's probably like one of the first animes I watched. Kind of not, because I think I started watching it like my sophomore year of high school. So it's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, I just love it. I found it because I was watching like one of those anime compilations about like top 10 fire users in anime, and there was like a clip from Hitman Reborn. I was like, what is this? It looks tight. So then I went to watch it, and I ended up falling in love with it. And I want more people to fall in love with it so I can have more people to talk about it with. So just a short little summary so that you know what the anime is about, so you're not confused. So there's a kid. He's like in, I don't know how Japan works. He's probably like in 6th or 7th grade in like America. Either way, he's like a middle school kid. He is a loser. He sucks at everything. He gets terrible scores on his test. He doesn't get no girls, has no friends. He's just a bitch. One day, this little baby looking dude named Reborn pops up in his life and lets Suna know that he is supposed to be the next successor of a mafia family called the Vongola family. The Vongola family is a very prominent mafia family, and basically Reborn is just trying to get Suna ready for becoming that dude and leading the organization. So the anime just follows Suna and the other main cast and Reborn, obviously, and we just see the developments and the fights and the, I guess you could say, like adventures and just the trials and everything that Suna and everybody else has to go through in order to become those niggas. So yeah, I don't know if I did that like justice or if that sounds interesting to y'all, but I'm just trying to like big it up the best way I can. I promise you this type. So like I said before, main things I want to talk about is the characters. I won't say too much because I'll probably make individual videos on them, but I want to talk about the characters and the power system. So let's just start off with Reborn. Reborn is a very interesting character. He is honestly probably one of the best like mentors / teachers in anime. I know not many people have seen it, so they probably wouldn't agree with me. They're like, oh, Jiraiya, Rayleigh. But honestly, Reborn is really good at his job, and he's really good at pushing Suna. He's also a pretty mysterious character throughout the series, I'd say. Like, first when you see him, like, cause I'll put images of characters and stuff. When you see him, you're like, what is this little baby ass dude? And like, obviously that stuff like gets explained later in the series. But the whole time you're watching it, you're like, what's up with him? And then you're like, how does he know so much? And like, people respect him. So you're like, what is he all about? So yeah, Reborn is a really dope character. He's also really funny. And he has this gag with another character that he treats as like his underling, which is really funny. But you're gonna have to watch the show if you want to see that. Anyway, let's move on to the main character and the main boy, Tsunayoshi Sawada, aka Suna for short. Not gonna lie, me personally, I don't really rock with Suna all that much. I don't hate him. There's just too many times in the series where like he's a little pussy ass. Like, imagine if Izuku never like matured and started to become like someone that could stand up for themselves. Like, imagine if he just stayed like that quirkless loser wimp for the whole series. And I'm dragging. I'm not saying he stays like a complete bitch the whole series. He definitely like toughens up a little bit, but he does get the cop out of like, I don't know what other series does this because I can't think of it off the top of my head, but Suna's like a loser like in his regular form, but then he has like another mode where he's like more serious and badass. It's kind of like Goku going from his regular base form to Super Saiyan, because like, you know how Goku's a lot more serious when he goes Super Saiyan. It's basically like that. But yeah, even though Suna is a bitch and I don't really like that all that much, I still could see other people liking him because he's a very relatable character in the sense of like Usopp. I fuck with his motivations and shit. He's like Ichigo. He just wants to like protect his friends mostly. He doesn't really like care about the Vongola or want to be the boss of the family. So like that can get annoying at times. But at the end of the day, he's like a 13, 14-year-old kid. So that's where the relatability aspect comes in. And I can see people liking him. Because if you were put in that situation, most of us would behave the way he's behaving. Not gonna lie. But that's it for Suna. Let's move on to his right-hand man, Hayato Gokudera. Now, Gokudera, this man, if anyone has seen this video and they've watched One Piece, this man's loyalty is like on par with Zoro's, or shit. It might even be more, because I'm telling you, Gokudera is like the only character in anime where I'm like, yeah, you remind me of Zoro, because his loyalty knows no bounds. If Suna asked him to jump off a building, he would do it. If Suna asked him to fucking stick dynamite up his nose and blow himself up, he would probably do it. He would ask him why first, but he would probably do it because Gokudera is just that loyal. But other than that, Gokudera is not my favorite character necessarily. I pretty much like all the main cast in Hitman Reborn, but I definitely have like a favorite or like two favorites out of them. But I really like Gokudera. He's a really cool dude. He's really smart and creative with the way he fights and like the way he gets out of situations and stuff. He also has a very unique fighting style. He throws like sticks of dynamite, and then later in this series, I'll kind of go into that more with the power system talk probably, if I remember. But later on in the series, it obviously evolves to become like a lot more intricate and like powerful than that. But overall, he's just a really cool dude, loyal as fuck, funny. He has like a sort of like Zoro and Sanji relationship with the next character I'm about to talk about, but it's not exactly Zoro and Sanji. So speaking of the next character, Takeshi Yamamoto. Yamamoto is my favorite character in Hitman Reborn. I love him. Honestly, it's probably mostly because he has a katana. That might be a part of it. I've always fucked with katanas ever since I was a kid. But no, besides that, he's also he's a really dope character. He's really like a chill, like carefree, go with the flow type of dude. Like for most of the series, he kind of plays dumb and acts like, oh, this is just a mafia game. Like I don't know what's happening. And I also probably like him because he reminds me of someone I know in my real life. Doesn't take a lot of stuff seriously, but when it's time to get down to it, he'll get the job done. You know exactly who you are if you're watching this video. But other than that, he also has a really interesting it's not super interesting, I guess, especially since people have seen Demon Slayer, but I kind of compare his fighting style to Demon Slayer because he basically uses these sword techniques that were passed down throughout his family, and obviously he doesn't have to do the breathing and stuff like Demon Slayer. Also, his attacks are real. Demon Slayer fans, kiss my ass. I fuck with Demon Slayer too, but his attacks are actually real. I think he has like 10 forms or something, but then he obviously will like come up with more throughout the series. But yeah, overall, I really fuck with my boy Yamamoto. He is a really dope character. He's my favorite, and I love him. So let's move on to the next character, Lambo. Now, what do I have to say about Lambo? I don't hate Lambo, just like with Suna. It kind of takes a lot for me to hate a character. Maybe not that much, but I don't hate Lambo. He's just a fucking child, so that gets annoying at times. It's like, shut up, you little baby fuck. But other than that, Lambo's cool. The most interesting about him is that he has this weapon called the 10-year bazooka, where like he'll do something stupid, like say he'll be running and then he'll trip, and then like the 10-year bazooka will come out of his afro, and then it'll land on top of him, and then it'll swap the Lambo of the past out with the Lambo 10 years in the future. So you get to see a more grown-up version of him. That's typically the version that gets in the fights and stuff, because that little baby-ass nigga ain't gonna throw hands. But yeah, Lambo has some pretty funny moments. He's more of like the merchandise cash grab character, like Chopper, you know, just a little cutesy, a little teeny weeny. But other than that, I don't have too much to say about Lambo. Next character I really don't have a lot to say about. That is Ryohei Sasagawa. Now, Ryohei Sasagawa is the oldest of the bunch, I believe, and he is also the older brother of Suna's. No, it's not really Suna's love interest. It's just a girl that Suna likes because Suna is a fucking simp. But yeah, he's just your typical like hot-blooded, like pump it up, like I'm going 100% all out type of character. He's a boxer too, so that makes his fights pretty cool to me because I fuck with boxing. So it makes his fights pretty interesting. But yeah, other than that, he's high energy. I fuck with it. I don't hate him either, but I also don't have too much to say about him. I think a lot of people like him because yeah, he got that kind of like Naruto, Asta, Natsu, like just main character, super high energy shit going on. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about Ryohei. Now, Kiyoya Hibari. Kiyoya Hibari is dope as fuck, man. If I had to, I'd probably say he's my second favorite character. Hibari's like a lone wolf type of character. You know, he just like comes in to like save the group when it's time to save them. He don't be like hanging out doing slice of life bullshit, really. He also is a super badass dude. You can probably tell just by looking at him. But he also runs like their middle school basically because he's like the head of the disciplinary committee. Why? I don't know what y'all got going over in Japan, but we don't do that in America. For some reason, he also likes to tell people that he's gonna bite them to death. But yeah, he's a really cool character. He's just your standard like anime badass, and he has some pretty dope fucking fights. And multiple times throughout the series, they say he is the strongest Vongola Guardian. So yeah, keep an eye out for my boy Hibari. Also, keep in mind, all these characters are in middle school, so fangirls, there's probably fan art out there somewhere, but I don't want to know. That's also a con of putting people onto the series. I don't want to see the weird shit that they're gonna come up with. Anyway, let's get back to the main point. So the last character in the main cast we're gonna talk about is Chrome, aka Mukuro, because they are kind of this, they're not the same character, but they like share the same body, so they can like swap out. It's really weird. You just, if you want to know about that, you really have to watch the series. But I don't have too much to say about Mukuro. He starts out as an antagonist, and then eventually becomes like one of the Vongola Guardians. I don't really remember how that happened, but like I said, if you want to know, just watch. I don't have too much to say about him. He's whatever to me. He's kind of badass too, but as far as Chrome, she's just like your standard, like shy and like super duper loyal to Mukuro type character. You have to watch the series to know why. But yeah, she just kind of does her thing. But that's all I have to say about Chrome and Mukuro. So now we're done with the characters. Let's talk about the power system. Now, if you've watched my One Piece video about the dying will flames, then you might know some of the stuff I'm already gonna say. But basically, in Hitman Reborn, the power system is, I don't want to say the power system is called, I don't know how to say, because you don't say like the power system is called chakra in Naruto, but like basically the main way they fight is using dying will flames. So there are two like main classes of dying will flames. There's the flames of the sky and the flames of the earth. You don't learn about the flames of the earth in the anime, so we're not going to talk about that. But there's 7 like different types of flames as far as the flames of the sky. So there's the sky flame, the storm flame, the rain flame, the lightning flame, the mist flame, the cloud flame, and the sun flame. And all the characters have their own different flame, and it kind of like goes with their personality, because the flames have like specific properties and like roles that they're supposed to play in a group. I feel like that makes it kind of interesting, making it like, oh, this character, it has this type of ability or likes to fight this way, so they have these type of flames. And also, I know what you're saying, like, oh, flames, that's just some basic anime shit, like whatever, that's not that interesting, boring. But the thing about the dying will flames is that they're flames, but they also are not exactly flames. They're just called that because, for example, the lightning, the mist, and the rain flame, the rain and the lightning ones are the most obvious that like behave like how they're supposed to. Like the lightning flame, it's not like green fire or something. It's like, it actually looks like lightning. And so does the rain flames. It actually like looks like water. So I don't know, maybe people don't find that interesting, but I do. And so yeah, in this, they just start off by using well, first, not everyone uses the dying will flames, but then everyone starts using them eventually. And then later on in this series, they get these things called box weapons, which I would really like to talk about, but I feel like that's a little too like spoilery. You just gotta, if you're interested at this point, then just watch the series and learn about the box weapons. This video is basically just propaganda to get you to watch Hitman Reborn, just like I said in the beginning. I will eventually make that video summing up those first 33 episodes. I don't know when I'm gonna have time for that, but I will find the time because I want y'all to watch it so bad, and I love y'all. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a like, drop a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, drop a dislike, drop a dislike, drop a dislike. If you want to tell me how great I am in the comments, go ahead and do that too. If you want to tell me how much I suck in a comment, do that too. Just subscribe. That's all I ask. Just subscribe, please. But yeah, it's been your boy Dougie Fresh, and I'm out. Peace.